What is up, guys? Jake from OneHive here with the next war recap video. This one was the one against Hustle right after our last arranged war, and not much of a war on this one. They actually, I'm not even going to go through our bases. They didn't even hit them all, left 20 attacks on the table, so we're not going to worry about that. But looking at their bases, we did a really good job. A couple of Town Hall 10s 3-starred, the rest 2-starred, and of course all Town Hall 9s and below 3-starred. So good job to everybody at OneHive. Not great bases at all, a lot of internet style bases, but you guys like those, so we're going to show a few. But from there, we're going to not spend a whole lot of time on this war simply because it wasn't that exciting. This one I really like, though. Hell taking on their number 3. And looking at the base, watch what Hell does. He just comes in with his queen, drops down 5 healers on this thing. He did a couple in his CC and some of his own there, and just lets his queen walk around and get 3 air defenses on this base. 3 maxed out air defense. Right there's the first one going down. Dropping that rage, he brought 4 rages. All he's going to do is when the queen gets in trouble, drop a rage spell. You see he opens it up, that compartment with some wall breakers. Just going to let her walk around. I'm going to fast forward this times 2 because this is all that's happening. Queen walk all the way around the outside. As soon as she gets down there to the bottom, he's going to wall break her there as well. That's going to let her continue around, and she's going all the way to that southern air defense. And from there, you see he's got 7 dragons, his king, and a wizard, and he's just going for a 2-star here. You know, opens up that compartment, and when she gets down to the bottom here, he will open up the next compartment and let her in there as well. You know, time's not that big a deal because all he wants is the percentages and that town hall. Here in a moment, he'll start unleashing those dragons as he gets around, and it's a little bit safer for them, and they're heading straight into that air defense, or excuse me, into that town hall, because he's got the just ginormous funnel created essentially. So it's just too easy, honestly, to get in there and do it. But beautiful thought. I mean, I would have never thought to try this base, but he does have that level 30 queen, so that helps. The defending queen comes in, drops a rage on her. The dragons just melt her, and the CC troops come out. They get melted. Everything, once that's down, goes straight in, drops another rage, just keeping all those dragons rage. One puff, they're taking out everything, and once they get on that town hall, just a couple of breaths, and it's down. You see he's at 55% already. Just dropped another dragon down there by the king. Just a crazy good attack for a Town Hall 9, getting up and taking on that Town Hall 10. Just insane. Excellent job, Hell. All right, moving on. Let's look at Town Hall 10, 3-star by our boy Wanders X. Early Town Hall 10, you know, that got some under upgraded point defense, but does have those level 3 inferno towers. That makes any of them more difficult to 3-star for sure. Does not have his maxed out air defense, which makes him weaker. The queen's exposed, so he just does a king swap, takes that out, gets that CC lure. This entire clan, they pretty much all had mass archers in their CCs, completely filled with it. We just would, you know, drop the poison on them basically, and Wanders just takes out the queen and then gets most of that CC with that poison spell. Few archers still, because it takes so long to empty that entire clan castle, weren't in the poison. They come down and get on the queen here. Uses the queen's ability in just a moment, takes them out, and then moves up right there, start taking out just some of this outside defenses. I mean, he's really not requiring a lot here. If you look at what he's got in his CC composition, it's basically a penta. You know, what we talked about is any base with no CC troops and no queen can be pented. It not necessarily doesn't always go for Town Hall 10, but Town Hall 10s with under upgraded air defense, very possible. He's got the free spells for those Inferno Towers right there, drops the first one, has a rage going into it, so those balloons are getting there very quickly, taking it out. And just as the balloons start really clumping up and getting close to that second air defense, or excuse me, that second Inferno Tower, he drops the freeze spell there. So now that's frozen. Last Lava Hound going in there. Balloons just working their way around the base. These underdeveloped, you know, point defense like these archer towers and stuff are not doing a whole lot of damage. Now those X-bows and those Teslas, max out Teslas, those do a lot of damage to his balloons. He's got to be careful there. But right here you see them closing in on that last air defense. Last Lava Hound pops, so he's got quite a few pups spread around the base, and then this last Tesla is the only threat remaining. But he's just got enough balloons to get to it and get it done. He's taking out a couple of them on the way. But that is that. Excellent job by our boy Wandy. Getting him a nice Town Hall 10 3-star. Good job, man. All right, so this one finishes up. We will move on to some Town Hall 9 action, look at a few of those, and then wrap this recap up for you guys. All right, there's the 3-star. All right, let's look at Khal Drogo, however you say it. Taking on number 15. Beautiful attack here. Comes in with a Quakes, opening this compartment up from the top here. It's going to allow him to get into almost all of those air defenses. The one on the right did not go down. I think he probably thought his queen might step up into that pocket and shoot, but all of that stuff on the left side just sort of drew her that way. So he had 2 air defenses left over, but he did bring 2 lava hounds, and just with enough troops and enough enough push, he came in and take it out. Usually you want that 1 extra lava hound over however many air defenses are left after your kill squad, but on this one, Kyle did not need it. So right there, the CC troops start emptying out. You see he drops that poison spell down. They're just clumped up in it, so they're going to melt once they get in there. Just for a few seconds, they start dropping down. So all of them are gone. Now everything moving in, free to start taking out that queen, taking out these air defenses. Right there, you see the queen locked onto the first one, or it's actually the second one, excuse me. So 2 ADs down now. 1 sweeper just went down. CC troops are taken care of. The queen's taken care of. So you see the queen is being pulled to the left side, pulled away from that other air defense that she could have been in range of. But no big deal. He starts sending in his lava hounds here. 1 on the bottom, just targeted balloons for everything else after that. And then 1 on the right side right there, and more targeted balloons there. Just going to take out every defense that they can actually target, and then move in, collapse onto that air defense, collapse onto that expo, and that sweeper in the core there. And right there, his second lava hound already exploded. So he's out of lava hounds, no more tanking for that air defense for his balloons. But just gets enough of them in there that finally right here, as they all start closing in on it, they're going to get a few drops. And all you need is a few balloon drops and a few crashes, and you've got it taken care of. So right here, a couple more crashes, and boom, it goes down. Now just that wizard tower. The queen finally makes her way back over, helps out with a few shots on it, and that is pretty much that for this one. A little bit of cleanup left to do, but he's got the troops for it. Has the pups, has the balloons. The queen's still up. Excellent job by CottonEyed Joe. All right, moving down here, let's look at Trey Shooter taking on number 18. Really, really tight base here. Not a lot of room for anything. I mean, everything's pretty much, if there's a space, there's either a bomb or a Tesla in it. You know that. Everything else is touching itself. So everything else is touching itself. Jesus, I cannot believe I said that. All right. That sounded weird, but it wasn't, I promise. Everything else is touching another defense. Let's say it that way. King goes down, a few minions just to create a funnel. Queen goes down here, and then he's obviously got the healers for the queen. She's going to engage the other queen because she is so exposed, the defending queen there. All those CC troops start coming out. Again, poison. You know, it takes some time to take those out. But when you've got just a bunch of archers, I mean, a poison's really all you need. You see these kind of move through, take down the king, and just keep running forward. So they don't all go down, but they are very, very weakened. It wouldn't matter if they were full health. The queen gets on them. 1 shot's all it's going to take. So he's being very patient. He had to go ahead and use that queen's ability. Even the healers in the rage just couldn't quite keep it up with 2 air defenses, or 2-point defense on there. And all those archers just had to go ahead and burn the ability. No big deal. Does have the rage still going again now. She's continuing to step up into the base and just going to start taking out a lot of defenses. And with that, when she takes out those defenses close to those openings, possible bomb location. So Trey being nice and patient here, just letting his queen do her thing. She's moving up, and then right somewhere, I think he's wanting her to get one more. I think he wanted her to get that other air defense is what it was, and she's just sort of going off on a tangent here, going to the right. So he's probably trying to figure out what he's going to do. Drops the rage down for her, and from there, just getting more Teslas, more archer towers, just more point defense. Still getting a pretty good value for his queen there. First lava hound goes down, balloons, just doing the clockwise motion on this one, working his way around. Queen's still up, doing her thing. That's nice. Working her way all the way around the outside of the base now, but still taking out defenses, taking out that wizard tower, and she's going to continue on around getting those trash buildings, working towards that archer tower. Very patient on his deployment here. Another lava hound goes down, more balloons, and finally drops his last few balloons. And knowing that his queen is actually going to get around to that archer tower, all he's got to do is take out everything else and try desperately to get to that last air defense. Again, probably wanting another air defense taken out with his kill squad. But look at all those balloons. Beautiful job cutting right through the center of the base. Again, that is when you know you have done your deployment properly, when they're cutting through the center of that base and getting those defenses taken down much more quickly than if they just sort of go in that loop around the outside and waste a lot of time. So good job to Trey Shooter. Okay, one more for you guys, and we'll call it a day. Number 28, CottonEyed Joe. I like this one. It was GoValo. I actually haven't seen a GoValo in a while, and this was a perfect base for it, perfect base selection. All of those clumped up air defenses and sweepers and X-bows, all that in the core. So all he's got to do is make this massively wide funnel, make sure his redheads and his kill squad get to that core, give him a heal, give him a rage, and just forget about it, loon the outside, and that's exactly what CottonEyed Joe does. Drops down his first golem with some wizards. They're going to create that funnel. Second golem, more wizards. Just this whole side of the base going to be completely cleared out. That way he knows his Valks are going in. You see the queen there helping out with that dark elixir storage. Very smart, because that takes a long time to take out without her. Right there, wall breakers open everything up. The jump spell, that's going to let them all into the core. And then once those CC troops start coming out and he can drop that poison, he's dropping that rage and dropping those Valks in. Here they come. Poison spell does go down right there in the core. Everything's targeting something besides Valks, which is exactly what he wants. There's the heal in the core. Now, once all those the CC troops still coming out there, you see that? Actually dumping a bunch of archers in there, maybe one or two people in your clan doing it, can mess people up if they're not ready for it, guys. I'm telling you, it's strange how just changing things up, doing something weird. Now, I wouldn't recommend your entire clan doing it like these guys did, but every once in a while, throw a curveball at them. You see right there that core finally getting taken down. Only one air defense up. He's already got his balloons coming in. I love it. People all the time saying, we talk about it on the Town Hall 8s especially, but the same goes for Town Hall 9s. Yeah, he's lost a few balloons to that air defense there, but it doesn't matter. He's protecting so much more by taking out those outside defenses than he is losing by those balloons. The balloons aren't going to do the cleanup for him. They're going to help out a little bit, but I've always said earlier balloons like that, much better. Perfect job by CottonEyed Joe, enough to get in there, take out that last defense. And again, now he's got a few more defenses in the core. Maybe that saved his queen from going down. Who knows? But who cares if he doesn't have a few balloons left over for cleanup? He's got wizards, he's got Valks, he's got his queen. He's got everything he needs to get the 3-star. Excellent attack, CottonEyed Joe. All right, guys, that is it for this one. I'm not going to spend any more time on it because, again, not a very interesting war. 3 stars on their side, 35 on ours. Good job to everybody at OneHive. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, Jake from OneHive doing my best to help you guys suck less.